To your Danville City Commission regular meeting. Today's date is December the 8th, 2025, and the time is 4:30 p.m. I'd like to call this meeting to order. We're going to have a prayer led by Commissioner Holland, and some of Danville's finest from our fire department are going to stand up and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. You know, I went over and made a request to them and turned my back, and they all got up and left on me. But we have a few of them still here, so let's do that, Ms. Holland.
Sure. Let us pray. We humbly come before you, Lord, and ask that you guide this meeting, guide our hearts and our motives today with the decisions we make, that they'll be the best decisions for every citizen in Danville. Be with our military servicemen and women as they protect our freedoms and liberties here and overseas, and grant them safety and bring them home to us safely. In Christ's name I pray, amen.
All right, young man, you want to? Yeah. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for that. And I want to thank you all for your attendance tonight as we continue to try to serve our community and give our best effort to get some business done tonight. First on our agenda, though, is an approval of our printed agenda. And I'd like to ask the commissioners to consider approving the agenda tonight with several amendments. The first one being item number 11 and item number 12. I ask permission to take those two items off of the agenda. And then the third thing is that item number 1, the swearing in of our new fire chief, we want that to be a floating item on the agenda tonight. We're going to try to wait till that crew you saw just get called out to see if they make it back. So we're going to let number 1 be a floating item today. Chief's okay with that because he can't go anywhere anyway, so he's all right. So with those amendments, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve our agenda as amended.
So moved.
Thank you, ma'am.
Second.
Thank you, ma'am. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor of an approved amended agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Thank you all. Next on our agenda is where we have the first of 2 opportunities to hear from the public. This one is from where the public can speak to us about items that are on tonight's agenda. And we'd ask you to raise your hand, be recognized, approach the podium. We'll give you 3 minutes or less, and we will listen to you about items that are on tonight's printed agenda. Is there anyone? Yeah, this is about items on the agenda, but you're on the agenda, so, okay. Anyone else? Hearing none, let's move along then. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of our previous meetings. Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there
Second.
Thank you, sir. Any corrections, additions, or deletions? Questions? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Yeah, Ms. Dewey, next on the agenda is a report from our ML King Event Committee. And this is Ms. Jane Dewey. She was just recently recognized as one of those extra mile citizens for our community.
Extra what?
Citizens who go the extra mile.
I thought you said wow.
Wow, this one.
I didn't know that.
Well,
about it, okay.
she's been called that before too, right?
And with me tonight is the chair of the MLK committee, Ms. Lethea Bruzak. Did I mispronounce? No. Oh, good. And we also have a number of members of our committee in the audience, including the co-chair, Artie Adkins, Jamie Gay is here, Danny Goodwin, previous chair, Ernest Dunn, committee member. If I've left anyone out, I apologize. We'd like to start by saying thank you. You all, as a council, approved this committee a few years back, and Danny Goodwin was our first chair, and you've supported this, this important event ever since, and we appreciate that, and we are going to ask that you continue to support us this year as we move forward. The committee is working hard to build on both last year's success and the successes that we've had since we've been a committee, and also to address some of the things that kind of get in our way of perhaps being as successful as we like. The biggest thing, which we can't control, is the weather. But we do our best to expect good enough weather so we can have both the march and the event. And this year, we have, again, a center and community partnership that is putting together this event, and the event will be held on January the 19th at the Norton Center on Center's campus, with a march prior to, beginning here at City Hall. And we are in the process of working on times. That's actually one of our problem-solving challenges, is not to put it too early so that the roads can clear and perhaps the weather warm up if it is really kind of lousy out. Our sponsors are the Boyle County Fiscal Court and the City Council of Danville and Center College. Our speaker this year, which has been arranged by Center College, is Mr. Leon Williams. He does an MLK-style rendition of a speech in the style of Dr. Martin Luther King. We have some of the other favorite things that we've had in the past, including the community choir, which is under the direction of Brother Bobby Harris. And we'd like to say publicly that the first rehearsal for the community choir is this coming Saturday at 2 p.m. at the Jenny Rogers Community Center. So anyone who wishes to be a part of that community choir and celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King's legacy through song is welcome to those practices. And that information will be on the Martin Luther King Day event Facebook page. I'd like to, do you want to talk about it while I pass out, or do you want me to talk about it while you pass out? Ms. Bruzek is going to give you some copies of the budget, which also includes our financial ask to the City Council. You'll notice at the column on the far left are total expenses for the event, estimated total expenses for the event. And you'll note as you move across in columns that a couple of them aren't going to be occurring this year. Several of them are being picked up by our partners. We have an ask to the fiscal court for another portion of the budget, and an ask tonight to the Danville City Council for $2,500. Are there any questions I can answer?
Any questions from the commission? Any comments?
And the county, you're asking the county for the same amount, correct?
Yes.
Or they already have done that?
Yes, I'm not, we'll find out.
Okay.
The preliminary ask has been made and budgeted for, so we should be in good shape.
Okay.
Other comments or questions?
Just thank you for your work all year long. Every event is very memorable. And we hope for good weather.
We hope you all can make it.
All right. Well, thank you all. But before we leave, then let's go down and we have an item for reappointment of ML King committee members. So let's go ahead and do that while they're still present. That's item number 9.
Can I ask, do we have to approve the $2,500, or is it already approved? I didn't think we had done that.
That one, sorry, that one is something that we just budgeted in the legislative budget under
Okay.
marketing, just because they're a city committee. that's how we've done it the last couple of years, I believe. And so there's money in our marketing line item
Okay.
for that one.
Thank you.
We just asked they report to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. There's, item number 9 is for ML King committee appointments. I've been apologizing to the committee, and I apologize to the community that we have sort of gotten out of sync with keeping this committee's membership up to date, but with your approval tonight, we'll get them back into the right proper order and proper sequence. So the chair will entertain a motion to approve the ML King appointments. Some are being recommended for a 1-year term, a 2-year term, and a 3-year term, so that we can have them on and off the committee at staggered time periods. Okay? So is there a motion from the commission?
I move we approve the appointments to the Martin Luther King Committee as presented. I have some trepidation about some names on there, but I'm gonna let you go.
There are 9 names on there, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there a second to that motion?
Second?
Thank you, ma'am. Any questions or comments? The chair would like to call for the question. All those in favor of appointing and reappointing these members to the ML King Committee, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Congratulations, guys. You're all back on the committee, and
Thank you.
appreciate all the efforts you've been doing. Okay?
You want to tell
You want to tell
who they
everybody
are?
who
Or,
Oh, well, hold on. Whoa.
Right.
Yeah. You want to read the names?
Yeah.
go ahead.
In case wandering minds want to know, the commission would like to read the names of those 9 folks. It's all right. They know who they are, though, but go ahead. Give them the record.
Me? Oh. Okay. Mike Petkus.
Petkus?
He's new. Reappointments for 1 year are Kay McGuire, Artie Atkins, and Melinda Weathers. 2 years are Ernest Dunn and Jane Dewey. 3-year terms are Danny Goodwin, Alethea Price, and Jamie Gay.
All right.
Right?
Thank you, ma'am. I hope that's right. Okay. Well, thank them for their work. Next item on the agenda is a bluegrass ride update.
I don't believe they were able to make it, so we're going to ask to table this till January.
Oh, they have not made it?
Unless they
Okay.
show up later, so we're going to
All
push
right,
this
you
off.
keep us posted, okay? I see some dress blues arriving. Should we wait a little bit longer or what? Come on in, guys. Why don't we do the next item, the Arts Citizen of the Year announcement? Mrs. Becker's present. And by then, we'll come back to the chief over there. Chief, we haven't changed your mind, just,
Thank you very much.
Yes,
It has
ma'am.
been our privilege for the last several years to make the announcement of the Arts Commission's Art Citizen of the Year at this first meeting in December. And so this year, we have diverged just a bit from our usual plan, and we've named 2 people. The first is David Farmer, who is an iconic member of our arts community, long career, very involved in working with children and other members of the community. The second should be near and dear to the city of Danville's heart because it's one of your own people, Paula Mekas. Paula has been involved in the dance program, Danville Dance, for years, but she also, over the course of her career, has worked with many, many children and teenagers through the different programs in the city and the county and the schools and the public theater opportunities. So we're very proud of those 2 selections, and thank you for allowing us to make the announcement tonight. So next month, we'll be back for the presentation.
well, thank you, ma'am. And I guess we should say congratulations to those.
It's a secret, and they have been sworn to secrecy until tonight. So now the world can be told, and their families are glad too. So,
Well, that's neat.
Thank
Well,
you.
congratulations to both of those outstanding citizens. Wow. I think we got to go back to number 1. Let's do that. Is that okay, guys? Let's do it. All right.
What's his name again?
The swearing of our newly appointed fire chief. Madam Clerk, you and the chief want to come front and center? She's so excited about doing this.
I didn't have a public audience when I did.
That's all right. We trying our best to break her in, right? She's an official, legal city clerk, so, all right.
If you'll raise your right hand and say "I do" at the end of this oath. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky so long as I continue a citizen thereof, and that I will faithfully execute to the best of my ability the office of City Fire Chief in the city of Danville, Kentucky, according to law. And I do further solemnly swear or affirm that since the adoption of the present Constitution, I, being a citizen of this state, have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within this state, nor out of it, nor have I sent or accepted a challenge to fight a duel with deadly weapons, nor have I acted as second in carrying a challenge, nor aided or assisted any person thus offending, so help me God. Congratulations.
Yeah. Okay. All right, the part about the duel, right? All right. So thank you all. I'm truly honored and excited to stand here as the newly sworn-in fire chief. I don't take this moment lightly. I'd like to start by recognizing the firefighters and fire officers of this fire department, both past and present. Everything we do, every call, every challenge, every success only happens because of your professionalism, your heart, and your commitment to serving our community. I'm proud to lead a team of this caliber. Secondly, I'm grateful to the city leadership for their trust, and to the mentors, the firefighters, the fire officers who pushed me and taught me and shaped the firefighter that I've become today and the leader I've become today. Most importantly, I want to thank my family. Their support, patience, and sacrifice have made every step of the journey possible. Thank you. I'm also deeply grateful for the outpouring of support and well wishes from the community. Their response has been overwhelming and truly inspiring. It reinforces why our mission means so much. As a fire chief, my focus is to support our firefighters and fellow first responders, strengthen our training and readiness, and ensure this department continues to serve our community with excellence. We've built something strong here, and together we'll take it even further. Thank you for this opportunity. It's an honor to lead, and I'm committed to building on the strong legacy of this department. Thank you.
y'all. Come on, before that bell goes off again. We don't want that bell to go off again.
And our former chiefs that are here. Mike Thomas, Mike Thomas, are both here.
We got two former fire chiefs present. Why don't you guys come down front, take a picture with them as well? Two former fire chiefs. You
And
guys
Mike.
come down and take one with them too. What's that?
Yeah, Mike's acting like he wasn't a chief. He's like, wait, no. Yeah. And Gina's here, yes, Gina. Yes, your mom, I sort of say, yes. Yes,
Anybody on the sidewalk you want to drag up here?
no, his mom, I knew it was his mom, she looks so much like him.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
She looks just like him,
A lot of brass
yeah.
in the house, right?
Yes. Yeah. She was way first.
Well, congratulations again, Chief.
Thank you.
And thank all of you all for your attendance in support of him. And
Yeah.
thanks to his family for letting us take him away and continue the work that we're going to do with him. So appreciate all of that.
Y'all welcome to stay for the whole thing if you want. More.
He's like, no.
No, we'll go celebrate, right? Josh has Bluegrass ride update. They haven't got the ride? Okay. Next item is the CVB update from Mr. Clinton. Thank you, sir, for your attendance tonight.
Afternoon. Here to give some updates on things we're working on and some recognitions Danville has received recently. But first thing I want to mention is a project that's kind of being pushed by the CVB, the city, and the chamber, and that is to get everybody to vote in a contest that is a nationwide contest that Danville has been nominated for. We're one of 4 cities in Kentucky that's on the list of over 250 cities from around the country that are on the Parade Magazine's America's Favorite Small Town Contest. They are taking votes through January the 21st, and from there they'll narrow it down to a list of finalists. And you may think out of 250 cities across the country that are a long shot, we've been on the leaderboard the entire time. So they've got the top 10 listed on there. We've been a top 10 city the entire time. So it's based solely on the number of votes that are cast, and you can vote once a day. So if everybody continues to vote every day through January 21st, we got a pretty good chance of being a finalist. And from there, we'll have to continue to push it to actually be the winner. Melanie's been pushing it out on the city's Facebook page. I think she's done some emails. CVB's doing the same thing, and the chamber as well. And tomorrow, a TV station from Lexington's coming down to do a story about it. So hopefully we'll at least be a finalist. The finalists are all going to be published in a special edition Parade Magazine's going to do called the Favorite Small Towns in America. So even to be a finalist, we would get some national attention. So I think we got a pretty good shot at it. And all you got to do to vote is go to parade.com and scroll down just a little bit, and there's a banner there. You just click on it. Basically, you just, I think, type in your email address and click agree and vote for the city you want to vote for.
And you can do it multiple times. correct?
Every day, once a day. Yep.
Melanie's done a good job, and Kendall, with sending that out on social media too. So you should be able to, any of the city links, you'll be able to see it, to be able to click on it.
So hopefully we'll do well on that. A few projects we've got going on right now. We're looking ahead a bit to stuff we want to do in the spring of next year. One of them is a passport. We're kind of in the initial stages of that right now, but it'll be a countywide, like an actual little passport where you visit the locations that we've included. We've got about 19 on our list right now. Get your passport stamped, bring it back to our office, and we'll have some kind of a gift. And this is a great opportunity for people to visit places they may not normally walk into. They might not go to Penn Store or the Battlefield or the Dollhouse Museum on a regular basis, but this will give them a reason to go there and hopefully discover something they didn't see before. And this is both for visitors and locals alike. And if it goes well, we'll maybe continue it on, but we're going to try to start out with like 1,500 passports and push it out, see how it goes, and hopefully get some people in the doors of some of these locations. Also coming up in the spring, we're partnering with the Kentucky Department of Tourism on a media familiarization tour. They're going to bring in somewhere between 5 and 9 different media from out of state, and they'll be spending some time in Danville, and we'll be working on an itinerary of places to go to show them firsthand and get pictures and experience it, and then we'll put together a media pack of pretty much everything we have to offer. Very minimal expense for us. I think we have to buy them a meal, but the Department of Tourism is paying for pretty much everything else. We had talked about doing our own media tour next spring, had looked at spending a substantially bit more than this is going to cost us. So this works out well for us to get some earned media without too much expense involved. So that's kind of in the planning stages right now. And along with the articles, blog posts, and social media posts that will come out of that, I gave you all copies of the Kentucky Monthly for December. Page 22, Danville's featured amongst the small hallmark towns in Kentucky. There's 5 towns, including us. I've got extra copies of this magazine in my office. If anybody wants one, they're sitting in the front entryway of our office, and they're free to grab. Anyway, that's a nice little way to represent Danville and our quaint downtown. And this wasn't an article, but we also had some recognition from the company Ragnar, which runs the Bourbon Chase. They recognized the Exchange Point downtown as the top exchange for this year's race, which goes through several towns and goes to several distilleries that are exchange points. And this year we were recognized as the best exchange, which was, I guess, voted on by the runners themselves. So each year we try to put on a nice event for them with several different agencies participating to help out and make it a nice experience. And there's a little bit of money involved. It's a small prize, which we'll probably just reinvest to buy some things we can actually use year after year, banners or something that kind of makes the experience a little more special. I guess that's it. Tony's going to talk about America 250 in a minute. The CVB's kind of taking the lead on the marketing for that. We're also doing some marketing assistance for some other agencies, the Great American Brass Band Festival, and some other agencies that are depending on us to help them out with just planning and implementation of some marketing strategies next year. And that's all I got, unless you got questions.
Thank you, sir. Any questions?
Thank you for all those things. They're good items to do. And this is nice.
Yeah. Tony, he gave you a nice little lead in. This is former county judge exec, Mr. Tony Wilder, who's the chairperson for our countywide 250th celebration. So welcome again, young man.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the commission. It's always a pleasure to be here. I think it's a few months ago I was here to talk about the 250th birthday of our country. And I'll tell you what, making that pledge to start this meeting and even hearing that oath recited reminds me of the importance and the value of what our mission is in celebrating our 250th anniversary. That's right. So, again, I appreciate the time. You have in your packet, I delivered to you what I call a working budget right now. And it's not a final budget, but along with that, it also contains, all of our events so far. And when I was here last time, I presented to you a number of core events that we were sort of developing and making. Well, these now have been confirmed, except for 2 that I wanted to mention. One is something we're going to try to do about April 25th of next year. And in working with Melanie Crossfield, who I want to commend highly at this podium for her role in helping us on the 250th. And of course, City Manager Coffey is also a part of that committee, and we appreciate his input and work and contributions. But in talking with Melanie about the parade, I just always think a parade is not complete, particularly a patriotic parade, unless you have Uncle Sam walking on stilts or you have some other famous American.
Yeah.
So I ran into a Lincoln presenter, and I made the mistake of saying a Lincoln interpreter, but that's wrong. It's Lincoln presenter out of Nashville, and he absolutely just kind of captured me, and he's going to come. He's committed to the parade. But he also does something called an Evening with Abraham Lincoln. It's an hour and 15-minute program where he goes through all of those historical stories that we know related to Lincoln, from his early days to his days in Congress and his debates with Stephen Douglas to the Gettysburg Address. He does all of that, and I thought how appropriate it would be, because Lucy Sparrow was born, or actually lived in Forkland, and is buried in Forkland. That's his grandmother. That's Nancy Hanks's mother. And they have a museum in Forkland dedicated to Lincoln. So they are very proud of their heritage with Lincoln. So I thought how appropriate it would be if we could bring this Abraham Lincoln presenter and to do that Evening with Lincoln at the community center in Forkland. So that's what we're going to do. Now, that's still in the proposal stages. We have a meeting tomorrow with the committee. Hopefully, I'll get final approval of that. And you know, if you look on here, you can see that's relatively inexpensive. He's coming from Nashville, and to do this. And one of his performances prior to getting here, I'm sorry, this will be following our performance, but prior to his parade performance, he's going to perform at a theater in London, England, and do that same show. So this guy is really, really the real deal. So another of the proposed events that I probably didn't mention to you last time is that I just thought it'd be really neat when we capture all the governor's scholars on Center's campus, 800 of them. I thought it'd be neat to do something related to our commemorative things on the 250th. So I've asked Kent Masterson Brown in Lexington, who I mentioned to you before, who's an eminent historian, produces this film that we're going to show early in our events that you'll see on here. He also lectures about the signers of the Declaration. And he's become quite the expert about the signers and chronicling their life and what they've experienced and what they sacrificed and what happened to them after the Revolution. And I thought that would be a neat assembly for the Governor Scholars on Center's campus. So we're working with Governor Scholars in Frankfurt with that. I think there's some promising things that I think we'll get it done, and we can include it under our umbrella of events, which I think will be really cool. We'll have the Governor Scholars and also invite the public to this lecture. So I just want to also tell you that I will probably be back in January with a more specific request from you to assist. I know I had mentioned last time that the county had committed a certain amount of money, $100,000 to this cause. They have conveyed $33,333 to us. You'll see it here. I've mentioned income in this document. Plus, we got a grant for $6,500 from the Kentucky Historical Society. And that sort of gave us a start. And, you know, you're gonna see on this document, we've purchased Kendall, I like the word swag. I didn't know what it meant really, but he called it swag items, and I'll call it memorabilia. Yeah. But the lapel pins, the lapel pins and stickers and magnets that you've seen in City Hall here, we've purchased those. The seed money has helped us with that. As you'll notice, the biggest expense to our commemorative and celebratory activities is going to be Eddie Montgomery, who we've booked for Millennium Park for July 3rd, and we had to send a $20,000 down payment to guarantee his appearance, but he is absolutely excited because this will be the first concert he's ever given in his hometown. So, and listen, there's things that I'm going to talk to Chief Gray about, and County Sheriff Taylor Bottom, and the City Manager Coffey about logistical things associated with that concert, because there are going to be many, and they're going to be, you know, I mean, we do fireworks out there, we do all, this is going to be a little different in terms of security and parking management and traffic control. So I'm going to, Earl, we're going to talk about maybe getting together and forming a committee just for the concert with Tommy Barton at Parks, and so we can get a plan ready for that event. I am out also, I must tell you, to sort of ease your mind a bit, I'm out raising private capital. And I really feel like, having been on that side of the fence, that this concert is skirting the line a little bit of what public money should be used for. And I know other communities do it, but I kind of want to pledge to you that I'm going to try to raise $40,000 to pay for the appearance. Now, that won't pay for the staging and some of the other things, the parking and all that, but I've already got a commitment of $20,000 from some of our marquee businesses here in town. I've got 2 more meetings this week, and I'm hoping to capture about $40,000 to put towards this. So, so when I come back in January, once you look this over and you see what we're doing, and we're going to start, after the first year, we're going to start promoting too, because there'd be nothing worse than to do all these fine events and not promote it where people want to come and enjoy it and take part and experience it. So I'll be coming back for a little more specific requests from you all, as in the spirit of partnership with the city and county. And I just, you know, this month marks the year we had our first organizational meeting. And the consensus was then, and the consensus remains now, we want it to be special for us. And I think this demonstrates it's going to be special. And I just, again, thank you all for having me. I'll answer any questions. I don't want to take all your time, Mayor, because I know what it means to run a meeting. But any questions, I'll be glad to answer about it. The committee's really working hard. And like I said, we had our first real meeting in March. So we've progressed, evolved to this.
Well, you've given us a lot to think about. And out in the lobby, remember I said you had all the time you wanted, but limit yourself to 25 words or less? You did a real good job, right?
Tony, thank you for the summary. Now that we're starting to trend towards a budget, so I'll get with Tony and we will assemble a request. And just so you know, we would suggest taking this out of your local economic development incentive, everything that you budget towards this project. So we'll go over that and have a presentation for you in January to identify the request with Tony. And I appreciate this summary. It helps a lot.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much for all your work you're
And tell your
doing.
committee we said thanks as well.
And the
Yes.
private donors.
Tony, I've told you this privately, but I'd be remiss if I didn't say it publicly too. I appreciate the gift of leadership you've provided this community and state for decades. And, you know, I've admired you for a long time, but you're the perfect person to lead this charge. And we're grateful that you continue to have vision for this community and step up and do it. So thank you.
All right. So we move along, unless you got some more questions for Tony. Next on our agenda, as we continue to try to get our committees updated, we have a list of sister city appointments to be made tonight. So the chair would like to entertain a motion to reappoint and to appoint members to the Sister Cities Committee. Okay. And there's a long list of appointments. Okay. Is there a motion? Hearing none?
I'll make a motion to approve the names as presented for the Sister Cities
Yes.
Committee.
Uh-huh.
And again, there's some sketchy names on here.
Right.
You want to
I'll
read
second that.
got a motion and a second. Commissioner Collar, would you read the list of names for the sister cities?
Oh, well, these are the
Committee?
reappointments: Georgia DeRugio, Jane Dewey, Christina Grubb, Logan Gerben, Milton Riegelman. And the new appointees are Candace Arnold, Jason Cooper, Brad Fields, Jessica Johnson, that's Jessica She Johnson, not he Johnson. Travis Kern, John Kincaid, Heather Ladowski, and Bo List. And Shane White, yes.
Thank you, sir. Any questions or comments from the commission? If not, the chair would like to call for the motion. All those in favor of these appointments, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, congratulations, and thank you all for your willingness to serve again or to serve for the first time. Next on our agenda is second reading of ordinance 2060, right-of-way abandonment, Old Lexington Road. Madam Clerk, you want to read that, do the second reading for us, please, ma'am?
Yes, this is the second reading of ordinance number 2060, an ordinance abandoning and closing a portion of Lexington Road consisting of a 60-foot wide right-of-way extending southwesterly from the intersection of Waterworks Road and Lexington Road to Old Lexington Road, containing approximately 1.9 acres, more or less.
Thank you, ma'am. Chair will entertain a motion.
I move for approval of the second reading, right, of ordinance 2060.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, ma'am. Any questions or comments?
I have one question, Earl or Josh. Do we have any more right-of-ways that we could dispense of that you know of? This made me wonder if we did.
This is, the resolution of how we handle the right-of-way that was abandoned in this, when this intersection was done, is the biggest single area that we have, representing more than a couple acres.
Other questions or comments? Well, hearing none, Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Cottle?
Yes.
Commissioner Peak?
Yes.
Mayor Atkins?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Holland?
Yes.
Commissioner Saris?
Thank you all. Next item, Resolution 2025-120802, police surplus. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, the police have requested to get rid of some bicycles that they have through GovDeals, so they'll just be posted like we do our IT surplus on GovDeals.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve Resolution 2025-120802.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there a second? Thank you, ma'am. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor of 2025-120802, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Next on the agenda is City Manager's report.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. Would like to give thanks. This weekend was a fun day, I felt like, to Lahana and Melanie and the Public Works employees. And I know the police were out there trying to keep kids from in front of floats all evening. And I appreciated the patience that some of those folks exercised, and there was candy going everywhere. But I felt like it was a really good event from my perspective, and I hope everyone had a similar reaction. I know the Santa Claus looked real, and I was trying to get up there, and I couldn't get up on top, but I was wanting to give him my list. He was a good Santa. Don't even bother. A bunch of things are happening. The IT department's working on the phone system changes that we're going to be looking at that over the next few weeks. It seems like our remote locations are finished, and as we get into that, staff's going to be looking at how we organize the call to City Hall or call into the city, and how that communication starts. And we will eventually have a presentation to you to talk about what that looks like. But we'd like to put that on your radar as we see that, where we can certainly, how that is eventually set up over the next 4 or 6 weeks won't be final forever, but we can always change it. But we would like to note that changes to that phone system are coming. We've worked with the county judge and magistrate, and I appreciate the mayor and Commissioner Peak participating with me when we talked through the Parks Agreement Amendment discussion with how we handle capital. We felt like we have our head around a language for an amendment, and so we would let you know if you have any questions or want to talk about that in detail. You're welcome to reach out, but we would expect to have that sometime in January available for the commission to review. So we made a lot of progress there. Also, forthcoming will be, as we talked about historically, looking at our tax rates and looking at revenue. And Lee has been, and I appreciate her keeping us focused on the whole business license/business records organization inside of our system, so that we know what businesses are here and how we interact with those folks. We are looking at that, and that will be something that comes up in the future with you. If you have any comments you want to share our direction, feel free. There is a financial update attached. The auditors are on schedule for this month to provide a draft. We would hope to be able to present to you in January. Based on that, Commissioner Peak, I think, is this week, coffee with commissioners at the Hub,
Wednesday,
12/9 to 8 a.m. We had a good meeting, so Melanie was able to work with our new chamber director last week, and we met with the fellow, you all may recall, Chris Wooldridge from Murray State, and talking about an event where we plan our economic approach and development strategies and those types of things. So we had a good meeting with that last week just to talk about some physical activity that took place. And we appreciate Sarah Pollum, our new director's energy, and we do think that she and Melanie can be a good partnership and work together well on entrepreneurs and small business activities and support of economic development. Do you have any other questions for me, or any questions for me, I guess?
Garbage contract that's coming up, and you said you're developing ideas around revisions or changes and recycling and all that. Does that have any form yet? I mean,
No,
any
not
focus?
yet. Josh and I have been brainstorming a little bit. I know he's putting a lot more energy into it so far, and certainly, Josh, you're willing to throw your ideas out there.
Yeah, we were planning to kind of January really bring something to you all with some ideas of how was kind of waiting to see how this went with recycling over the last couple of months as they ramped up trying to get some improvements done to how we're recycling curbside here and see how that goes. And then in January, really sit down with Angie and talk about the how we've gotten better and how we haven't, and see what we need to do to look towards that new contract. So really, January was my goal to bring something to you all. Yeah.
She was at the Inter-County a while back and did a program on our recycling issues. And she had two tables up there. And to me, that was the most informative thing I've seen as far as what can be recycled and what can't, because I'm a visual person. You know, you could tell me this or that. I wouldn't really take it to heart, but I wish that was like a road show we could go around with and show people.
And maybe we need to try something like that. I know we're really struggling to get our recycling in shape. So it's kind of getting to a point of we've got to have a real discussion about whether it's possible for us to even get it clean enough. So that's the kind of things we'll dig into and see if what needs to happen, because things can't continue as they are, I don't think. So we need to figure out some changes to make.
Do other towns have the same problems?
Yes, I think they are having the same problems other places. So I don't think we're completely unique to this. I think there's some tweaks we can make with the contract to make it better, but we probably need to have, if those things don't work, what do we do at that point? Because I don't think we can continue to have curbside recycling that's just not being processed correctly. Yeah.
It'd be a sad day. It'd be a step backwards in our community if we can't continue to recycle, man.
Josh, has Codes been able to identify like certain areas? Like, have they found like more like apartment complexes or certain areas?
I think it's pretty widespread.
It's
I think
totally
I think there are
widespread?
certain areas that are slightly worse than others, but I don't think any areas are meeting the ultimate goals. So I think that's been the real challenge. Is it's not, I think it's getting I think our recycling is getting worse as far as what we're putting in our containers, but I also think it's getting more difficult to meet the standards required for what is put in. So, we've talked about even if we were recycling the same way we recycled 10 years ago, we still wouldn't be able to be clean enough right now. The standards have gotten so much more stringent over the last 10 years.
It really came to bear when Lexington's broke down, and they, since they've re-energized, they've really drawn the line and just said, you know what, we got to do better. The majority of the region was taking their recyclables to that sorting center, and it that is really the beginning of the folks reaching out and it coming back to us and it being a problem, and then it shows up here, and so it's an industry-wide problem, not just a local problem.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I'm kind of trying to verbalize is it's going to be a real feat for us as a community to meet the standards with curbside mandatory recycling like we do it now. I don't think this is, like Earl said, it's not unique to us. I think everywhere this is, if you have mandatory curbside, which means everyone's required to pay for it and has a recycling container, and you're not really controlling what people are putting in there, because that's a nearly impossible task without, checking people's containers each one at a time, which isn't feasible. It's really a conversation to see, hey, is this even a viable strategy anymore? Compared to what it was 10 years ago when, recycling centers were taking pretty much anything you brought to them. At that time it was very viable. So it's just, those are the kind of conversations we need to have as a community. It's going to be tough. I think there's going to be some big changes that we're going to have to make to our contract if we keep it, as far as like how we manage it. So those are the things we'll try to.
The bottom line is, when you look at the economy side of it, the products that are being recycled, the ones that there's been a beneficial reuse to recycling, metals, for example, obviously they are being reused and reintegrated into the market. Other materials where it's not cost effective, folks are rejecting those more and more. And so they're calling streams polluted where they before took chances on things, and the global industries really just didn't rally around all those materials. There's only a finite window of materials that are highly valuable on the recycled market.
Other questions, comments to the city manager? Do you have anything else, Mr. Coffey?
No, sir.
Thank you, then. Okay. Next on our agenda is the second hear the public opportunity. Members of the community can come forward and talk to us for 3 minutes or less about things that are not on our agenda tonight. And we'll do the best job we can of trying to stay focused and listen to you. So anyone willing to or need to speak to us tonight on items that are not on the agenda? All right. Well, thank you again for your attendance. Next item is commissioner comments. Updates, comments from the commission. Hang on. Commissioners?
I just want to say, downtown was really nice Saturday. It was so cold, but I was appreciative of those fire pits that the city put out. And, but it was a nice event. It was nice to see the little train downtown and all the people, the kids. And Santa Claus was good. He was a good Santa Claus.
Santa Claus is always good.
He
What's
is
wrong with
good, but he
y'all?
was an extra good Santa Claus. And then congratulations to Bull County football, obviously on winning the state championship.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
I don't know, and I know there's an intern here that I know. I don't know if she's been introduced or not, but Grace, and so.
Grace, would you like to stand up and say hello to everybody?
Oh, she thought she was hiding
Grace
out.
Hines, she is actually also a lifeguard for our park system, but she is helping me out this winter while she's on break from her program at EKU with some business license stuff. She is a political science major and is a pre-law minor and certified in CPR. Just in case. And I'm super excited to have her for the winter.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Any final exams this week?
Yes,
Whoa, wait a minute.
That's a good
Hey,
break.
wow.
That's a real good break.
She is also doing a internship with one of the Lexington state representatives next semester. So,
George, George Brown. You'll be busy with him, seriously. We have two Center College students in our presence this afternoon, and I know one of them just had two final exams today, right? He's smiling, he's exhaling over there, right? And then we have some Boy Scouts present today. Are you all here just to observe your city government in operation? Well, I want to recognize you and say welcome, and we meet the second and fourth Mondays at 4:30 of every month. Come back anytime you want to. Miss Ann, right? You thought she was going to get away. Well, welcome, Miss Ann. She's a Center College graduate, elementary trained educator, mom of 3, 4, 5, 4. Okay, I was close. Well, welcome, Miss Ann. Okay, any other commissioner comments? Well, this is officially our last regularly scheduled meeting for the year of 2025. We know there's going to be at least one special call meeting, maybe two, but to the audience out there, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, and all those other things that you might be trying to celebrate before we officially get back together. So, but please stay safe. A rerun, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay. Any other commissioner comments? Hearing none, let's move along. Next item on our agenda is the payment of the bills. The chair would like to entertain a motion to pay the bills as presented.
So moved.
Thank you, ma'am. Second. Thank you, sir. I got to work on this side of the.
Well, I'm always behind on my iPad.
Properly moved in second. Any questions or comments about the bills?
there was a last-minute addition to the packet today for the fee for our post office box. They are very stringent on getting it before the end of the year, and they will charge us late fees, so.
So if we don't pay that tonight, then starting January, you won't get any more mail?
Yep, and I like the mail.
Oh. Okay, she likes the mail, okay. Well, let's add that as an addition to the motion. Is that it? Because that's not in our packet, is it?
Yes. It is in your online packet, yes. It just changed from when you reviewed it on Friday when it was presented to you.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected, okay. We have a motion and a second, so all those in favor of paying the bills, including the additional bill, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Thank you all. Next item, oh my goodness, Josh Morgan. Josh has the next 13 items on the agenda.
Just 5 tonight. We'll run through these pretty quick. These are pretty simple.
What's that?
These are pretty simple. These should be.
Okay, let's see about that, okay? Resolution 25120803, fitness center equipment, lease agreement, okay?
Yes, I'm kind of presenting this for Tommy. He's worked on this, but he's over at the skate park public meeting they're having at Jenny Rogers tonight. So you recall at a recent meeting, we approved a rate change for the fitness center at Bunny Davis to help fund some replacement treadmills and ellipticals. And this is the finance agreement for those 2 treadmills and 2 ellipticals. It's for $468.04 a month for the next 48 months. So the total obligation will be $22,465.92. And we're going to get a little bit of a deal because we're financing it over 4 years. So that's why we've brought this forward to you in this manner.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 2025-120803.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there a second pending out there? Thank you, ma'am. Any questions or comments?
No.
I don't know what you're going to say, but okay. All those in favor of passing this motion, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Inquiring minds want to know then, all right?
Well, I
That's all
I hope we get out of the fitness business because it's you know, I always say every year we're duplicating what's already in the community. And that's all.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Next item, 120804, Jenny Rogers BLC lease agreement, ELC, right? Yeah.
We don't have the
We don't
lease.
have-
Yeah, we don't, Stephen, do we have that lease?
You do not have those. Those will be provided in the morning for your signature, but all they do is replicate the staff recommendation. So
So, yeah.
you just pass the resolution based upon the recommendation that staff has before you, and then the written document will be mirrors what is written under that recommendation, and will be ready for your signature in the morning, Mayor.
So it's really going to be very similar to the agreement we had with Boyle County Schools last year. The major changes I've written in the form, in your package you have there, we're going from a 3-year to a 5-year. They wanted a 5-year term, which we were okay with. We would like this to be something long-term and stable. And they're agreeing to the same rate per month per square foot, which was 75 cents per square foot per month. They're asking that to be kind of escalated over the first year. So initially, they're going to, starting March 1st, 2026, they're going to utilize 3 classrooms. And then it's going to escalate to 6 classrooms after 4 months. And then after another 4 months, it's going to escalate to 9 classrooms, which is the full size of the childcare wing of Jenny Rogers. So at that point, they'll be at their full monthly rate, which will be $4,233.75. So yeah, those are the only changes we've made from the previous agreement. I think there's some language in there about the school system that we're going to cross out. But otherwise, it's going to be identical to the previous agreement we've had. So.
I guess I wasn't here with the previous agreement, so, that was my question.
It's been a while, yes, yeah,
There's no harm tonight if you approve the terms, then to look at the document and its completion at the next meeting. But I think the key is that you agree to the monthly rent amount. The rest of the matter, in my opinion, are frankly just very basic, standard operating procedure as far as commercial lease agreements would be concerned. And again, was one that is previously in place. The only thing that would be revising is merely the rent amount. And if that is agreeable to you, is what we really need you to approve in order to proceed.
And in total, once the rent is escalated to that final tier, it is more than the school system was paying. And then I believe, Josh, if I'm not mistaken, the terms like for utilities and things like that mirror what was with the school system.
And the big thing for us, I would probably have waited 2 more weeks to bring this to you all and make sure we had everything lined up, but we don't have a December, and it's 3 weeks after that before our next meeting officially. So I think if you all can agree to the terms, the dollar amount terms, that at least lets them keep moving on their end to get things initiated so we can meet that March 1st startup date. So yeah, maybe if it's not officially the full agreement, we can at least agree to the terms. And maybe if we have a special call meeting later in the month, we can get the full lease, agreed to at that time.
And to the extent that a motion's made tonight, I would just ask that you would make a motion that you approve the lease rate as proposed.
Okay.
And then that'll allow us to at least give reassurance probably to the lessee that the city is committed to proceeding at the rates that are suggested and have been negotiated.
That's honestly why we wanted to continue to push it without that document completed. It was just strictly so they could continue to work. March 1st for them is coming quickly, and so there's a lot of preparatory work. So this number enables them to rely and continue to work towards that end.
Josh, did you say it includes utilities?
The city covers all utilities, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
And I guess, and we would see, I understand, but, and then in the lease, when we actually see it, is there a clause maybe that says if they back out, something to that effect? I don't know. Maybe there is, but like Boyle County when they stopped the
We can
center.
look at changing those. There are notifications, so there's
Right.
a notice section that does require a certain amount of notice, which if we want to look at increasing that, you can, certainly.
Okay.
Other questions or comments? Do we need to restate a motion or do any motion, or what do we have on the table? Because it says ELC lease agreement.
Yeah, I would ask that you recall the second and the original motion, and then I can give you a proposed motion.
Is that okay with you, Commissioner? Yeah. Okay, would you restate it for us, please?
Okay. Who did the motion second?
We didn't.
Oh, you didn't, so there's nothing to take off the table. See?
Yeah, we didn't.
Okay, so if that's the case, staff would recommend that you make a motion to accept the proposed lease rates of 75 cents per square foot per month for the Jenny Rogers Early Learning Center lease agreement.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you all. You mind repeating that?
Be-
Just joking. Any other questions or comments? It's complicated, okay? Hearing none. So all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Sometimes it's just good to say I oppose just to see how it feels, doesn't it? Next item is Resolution 2025-120805, Meadowbrook Stormwater Design. Okay, Josh?
Yes, in your packet, you have a scope and fee from Strand Associates. They've done a lot of stormwater design work for us out in Streamland over the past, decade or so. For $17,000 to do an evaluation and design for the stormwater conveyance system. It's between Brookhaven and Meadowbrook. There's a channel that runs back there that we've had a lot of flooding and erosion and different issues with. So we were asking them to take a closer look at that and start designing some possible repairs. We've had a lot of erosion around a couple of sanitary sewer manholes, so we want to really take a look at that and see how we can prevent those problems. The water there goes underground and then comes up in a few places. It'll be dry, and then it'll come up above ground, and then it'll go back underground again. So very interesting kind of situation we have there. So we're just asking for approval to proceed with them in the amount of $17,000.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve Resolution 2025-120805.
All right, is there a second? All right. That's out of the bench work, right? Thank you all. Questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor of the stormwater design fee, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Thank you all. Next item is 120806, East Main Stormwater Design Fee.
Yes, this is a project to address the flooding issue that we have behind the homes on East Main and Kentucky Avenue, kind of there near Windsor. We have a kind of a low spot back there that floods pretty deep during heavy rainfall events and gets into some homes. We asked Vantage Engineering to put together a scope and fee for us. They presented one in the amount of $25,000. It's looking like the solution to this is going to be a inlet in that low area and then piping it over to Alta Avenue. Pretty simple project, other than we need to cross about 15 properties to do it. So this is going to be a big, probably more of an easement. That will probably getting the easements and the property issues will be the biggest part of this project. So
They'll be happy to hear about this one, though.
yes.
Man, she was there last Friday night. Okay, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 2025-120806.
Thank you, ma'am.
Second.
Thank you, ma'am. Any questions or comments for Josh? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Next item is 120807. Josh, you're still up. 2168 Connected Trail Design Fee.
Yes, earlier this year, the city was awarded a recreational trails grant to extend the trail along 2168 Connector Road from the end of where the trail currently is to Harrisburg Road and up to Gentry Lane. I've been working through the paperwork with Department of Local Government to get the money here, get it officially awarded. And one of the things they need is kind of approval from the property owner, which is KYTC, because it is state routes. So we need to start the process of getting an encroachment permit approved there. And I'm asking for us to be able to work with Palmer Engineering, who does a lot of work for the city on our streets, because the biggest part of this encroachment permit will be our ability to cross the existing railroad bridge the road bridge over the railroad. We need to put the trail onto the bridge and scoot the road over. So that'd be a big part of this process is getting KYTC's official approval for that. They verbally approved that about 7 or 8 years ago, but we've never gotten that, officially. So I'm asking to get a scope and fee approved in the amount of $25,000 with Palmer Engineering so they can start on that design and get that encroachment permit.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion?
I move for approval of Resolution 2025-120807.
Thank you, sir.
Second.
Thank you, ma'am. Any questions or comments?
Josh, what's the timetable? When do you think they'd build the trail? No idea?
No idea. I
Years?
think with the way things have been working lately, I would project this to be a 2027 project.
Okay.
I would be hopeful for fall of '26, but that's unlikely at the rate things have been moving lately. I mean,
Okay.
with Boffman Avenue as an example of how quickly things are moving on grants. So I think it's going to be a 2027 project.
Okay.
Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries.
Thank you all.
Chief McCurdy, you're next on the agenda. Resolution 25-120808.
Okay, this resolution, we're asking to enter into an agreement with a consulting firm that provides testing for entry-level firefighters. We recently opened up to hire entry-level firefighters, and we've got 152 candidates as of an hour or two ago. And we're looking to institute a testing procedure to be able to screen that many candidates.
That's good.
This company will be able to provide that for us.
All right. Is there a motion to approve the consulting use agreement?
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 2025-120808.
Second.
One of you all state the amount for the record.
Between $1,500 and $2,000, right?
Yes, that's their original estimate. So I looked at multiple different vendors, and this agreement is just to lay out the terms for the rental agreement. It doesn't assess any value. The value would be assessed as needed. So as we determine what our needs are and we allocate which test we want to provide, they'll give us a quote, and we'll go through our normal procedures of going through the regular line item for our staff development for that.
It's in here, it shows like per test, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Do we have a motion?
I made a motion. Yeah, we said first
All
and
right.
second. Yeah.
Well, all those in favor of approving 120808, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, next item on the agenda is 25-120809, Danville office equipment copier contract. Chief Gray.
Mayor and Commissioners. That wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Before you have a proposal here to, we want to trade in one of the old computers, printer and copier fax machine, and down in dispatch for a new color printer, copier fax machine. We need those new color printers just for emergency services with EMS, fire, and the police department. We just need to upgrade that system down there. The total cost is going to be $5707.95 with a $25 monthly billing.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve Resolution 2025-120809.
Any questions or comments?
And say that $25 covers cartridges, print, labor, or the whole,
It,
All the miscellaneous stuff.
it does, any kind of maintenance things, normal maintenance, and then also the printer cartridges and things like that.
Other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, motion carries. We didn't have a second?
I'll second.
All of us will second.
Everybody second. We'll third it, fourth it.
Okay, well, with that said, the mayor would like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
We will need an executive session for property acquisition and personnel.
We do need an executive session?
Property acquisition and personnel.
And I'll- You know, you're gonna make me late to see the Super Bowl tonight.
Oh, my gosh.
The chair would entertain a motion to go into a brief executive session dealing with personnel then, right?
And property acquisition.
Just personnel?
Property acquisition and personnel.
Oh, and property acquisition, right? All right. I
I'll
just
make a
went to brief
motion.
for it, right?
Please stop. Make a motion to go into executive session to discuss a personnel matter pursuant to KRS 61-810-1F and for a potential real property acquisition for publicity at present stage might or would likely affect the value per KRS 61-810-1B.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there a second?
Second?
Died for a lack of a second? Man, all right. All those in favor of going into executive session for personnel and property, say aye.
Aye.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Mr. City, Mr. City Attorney or Mr. City?
Thank you, Mayor. I would ask
Who's
Commissioner
first?
Peak to step out of the chamber, please, momentarily. And as she's leaving, I will just say for the record that the next item before you does consider a personnel matter in regards to the fire department. And due to the fact that Commissioner Peak's son is a member thereof, she was not a participant in the executive session conversation regarding this personnel matter, and therefore I will ask her to leave now so as to protect her from ethical considerations involving said process. And you'll be welcome back in at the conclusion of our business, ma'am. Thank you.
Total control.
Mayor, now you're ready for the city manager's
All right.
recommendation.
City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. We have two recommendations in the fire department. First, we'd like to recommend the reclassification of Donald Carpenter to the position of fire marshal.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you all. All those in favor say aye.
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 All right, motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor. At this time, we would like to recommend the reclassification of Matthew Groves to the position of Deputy Fire Chief.
There is no way. No, I'm kidding. So moved.
All right,
Second.
is there a second? All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye, congratulations. Let's finish them all, Wes.
Chief, would you mind inviting Ms. Peak back into chamber, please? Thank you.
No, sir, I'm not.
Welcome back, Commissioner. Thank you. Mayor, you may proceed.
Mr. City Manager? you-
Thank
Another
you. Staff is recommending the reclassification of Scott Dow to the position of wastewater collection superintendent.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, ma'am.
Second.
Thank you, ma'am. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Congratulations.
Staff is recommending the reclassification of Jessica Cheatham to the position of engineering executive assistant.
Wow.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you all. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, congratulations.
No further business, Mayor.
We have one more motion.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
That's
Does it need
okay.
Does it need discussion before I make a motion, you think?
I think you can make your motion. We can discuss it after
Okay,
that, if that's
all right.
okay.
I move that the city
are you?
participate. What? What?
I just said, who are you? Go on.
I don't know, man. I move that the city participate as a bidder in the master commissioner foreclosure sale of 422 Duncan Hill on January 6, 2026, due to the need to install infrastructure thereon.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Thank you, ma'am. Discussion?
As a matter of clarification, I would just say that the city is the plaintiff in a foreclosure action that you previously approved for initiation. We filed the lawsuit. The city has delinquent code liens on that particular piece of property in excess of $6,000, and it was identified as a site for needed infrastructure on the utility side as well as public services. And so this will complete the process. You initiated other foreclosures that are well underway and will be brought to you at a later date. But in order to be in compliance with current Supreme Court rulings, the city needed to authorize your participation in the auction, which Commissioner Cottle achieved by his motion.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, ma'am.
Second.
Thank you, ma'am.